Starting a nice new job today, nice landscaping job, and I like all the jobs to do, even if it's weeding. It's not the greatest of jobs, obviously. You can get some immaculate borders to do, lawns to do, walls to build, because we're a landscaper, steps, patios. Weeding is probably the least, but if I've got a weeding job, I still enjoy it. This job is a landscaping job. We're going to be doing a little bridge in it, we're going to be putting plants in it, we're going to be putting little logs sticking up as monolith. It's going to look great, pebbles, a few little aces in. It's going to look a really nice job. If you've only just found us now on this YouTube thingamajig, then check us out, check our videos out. There's plenty there, all different types of videos, and you get lots of like freebies, giveaways, t-shirts, money to be won. Okay, I lied about all that. You don't get any of that, but you do get some good quality work to view and to enjoy, to watch. So yeah, I'll take you through now to the job. I'm really looking forward to this one. It's Monday morning, and really looking forward to getting it started. So I've got everything on board here to get us going today. Just got me food and my flask. So I'll take you through now and just show you what we're going to start doing today. So we're working just behind here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this panel down, but I'm going to talk a little bit about this saw that I bought. So we'll take this panel out to get into the garden, and if we go through here, this is great when you can, oh, nice cup of tea. That's good, isn't it? First thing of the morning. We can use the garage, which is great if it rains. Obviously I work in the rain, but sometimes you want a shelter. So this is going to be the job, and what we're going to do is take up all the grass. All the grass is coming up, and all the stones, everything's coming up in this area, and then there's gravel going down, a bit better than this but similar, small gravel, and then bigger rocks, bigger pebbles, a little bridge, some monoliths sticking up. So yeah, all this is coming up, and then this is getting jet cleaned, and a little border is getting left here. So that's the panel I'm going to be taking out now. I just want to tell you something about that. I have to go and put my hat on my body warmer. It's absolutely freezing. 9 degrees, looks lovely, but it's freezing. I go on about having decent tools and buying decent tools, which is true. You do need to buy decent tools, but because I don't use this very often, I was a bit reluctant to buy a decent one. So I just bought an Ava, which is quite cheap, tool station, I think, called Screwfix, but it's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It's well worth the money. Now I'm unsure if this broke whether to get another one of these, or like a DeWalt or a Bosch or a Hitachi, a decent make, because this isn't a decent make, but it does a decent job. So I don't want to contradict myself, but if you're not using something all day, like if that's your job, if you're a carpenter or something and you're going to use something all day, or you're a gardener and you use it all day, you need the best quality. But something like this, I only use it every now and then, and I'll show you what I use it for, which is good. So we've got the metal blade on it. And that's it. Plug in. Right, now that's scuppered my plans a little bit, because what I usually do is just take it down the side of the panels, cut a panel out, no problem, but I've just looked now, I should have checked first, the brackets, so to save going through the brackets with that, I might just go round and see if they unscrew. I'll have a look. Well, I think I can just unscrew them. It's no good cutting through the brackets when I don't have to. Well, after all that, I might as well just go through the garage door. I didn't know we could get in the garage, to be honest, when I set the plan up. But anyway. Okay, well, she started on about 5-6 poles, and that's not bad. Hasn't been used for over a year. So, still got the same fuel in as well, by the way. I'll get on with that and show you how it works. Well, I'm very pleased with what the little edge has done. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but obviously you can see that one there. Sorry, it's on zoom. You can see that one there. Don't know if you can see the ones coming across, but anyway, it's all in squares, and I think it's done a great job. I'm very pleased with it. Can't say. But anyway, I was a bit sceptical, not sceptical, whatever the word is. Worried about using it. It hasn't been used for ages. It's still got the same fueling. What I did do, I didn't empty the fuel out this morning, but I topped it up with fresh fuel, even though it's still mixing with the old fuel. But all these stories about it doesn't last long, or using oh, I forgot what it's called, that petrol that people are using now. I forget what it's called. It's rubbish. I've tried it. I'm not a fan of it, but I shouldn't say it's rubbish. I should just say I don't like it, and it just proves it. That's been in over a year. In fact, well over a year, and it started. It coughed a little bit, but it started. Done a brilliant job. So now I'm going to take it up with what's called a lifting iron, or I've heard it called a fleeing iron, or a turf spade. It's like a pizza. Now, I had these years and years and years, probably talking 20 years. I've got two of them, and this is the way I was doing it. I was using a half moon, cutting these out. That saved a lot of time. This isn't a massive lawn, but if it was a big lawn, it saved a lot of time. And after a few years of using these, again, like everything, I say I'm going to buy a turf cutter, which I did, and it was great. It was invaluable. But a few years back, I sold a lot of tools off. I had a digger, turf cutter, all a big shredder that you tow behind on the van, and I'd sold it all. I downsized. I was getting rid of the company. So yeah, that's why I haven't got one now, and I don't really want to buy one now because I'll just hire one. I don't use them that much. So on something this size, I'll just use that, and I'll show you how that works. So it does take it off better than a spade, and it's pretty much uniform. Not that I want to relay it, but you certainly could if you wanted to. But there's still a bit of effort involved. But it does get it off uniform, and it depends how damp the lawn is. It can come up pretty easy, it can come up quite hard, and obviously I didn't want to hire a machine for this size lawn. Well, so far so good. I mean, I'm not going to deny it. It is backbreaking. It's a bit tiring using this, but I didn't think it warranted a turf cutter for this size job. But this brings me, I'm just going to tell you now, to the exact reason what I'm talking about when I've done the video about, oh, I should be using that tool, or I should be using this tool. And what I mean is, I thought this was small and I didn't need a turf cutter, which is that I still don't. But while I'm using this, it's tiring. Obviously you're bending over, and it's, you know, it's still a bit of work involved pushing it and lifting it. So while I'm using that, I'm thinking, do you know what, I should have got the turf cutter. And that's what I'm trying to say in that video. But I know for a fact 100% if I'd gone to the hire place, paid the hire money, waited for them to get it sorted, got it on the van, brought it here, started to use it, had a few problems with the small little sections, you would have ended up using a spade anyway. And while I was using that, I probably would have been saying, you know, sod this, I should have just got the, pardon the pun, sod this, I should have just got the turf and iron. And that's exactly why I did the video, because that's a prime example of what I would do. Now I'm using that, I'm thinking I should have used the turf cutter, and if I did get the turf cutter, I would guarantee I'd want to be using that. I think this is tiny, it didn't warrant it. And then when you're finished on the hire, you've got to take it back, you've got to make sure you get back before the shop shuts. That means leaving the job. It's a nightmare hiring stuff. That is one, I mean, I wouldn't say that was a tip, but if you can buy something and you own it, you can use it whenever you want. And I hate hiring things. The other little small thing I want to say while I've got your attention is someone commented that my videos are blurred on the left, and I've noticed I've got a little crack going through the camera on the phone because I only use my phone. I'm not going to spend out on thousands of pounds on a camera because it's just for fun. YouTube, it's just a hobby I do apart from my work, and I'm going to use my phone, and I think the videos aren't too bad. You can see what I do. But he's right, I do need a new phone, and also I can't do voiceovers for some reason. So the phone needs fixing or getting a new one. But either or, I won't be getting any elaborate camera work. I'm not a cameraman. I'm not a filmmaker. It's just a hobby. So yeah, well pointed out. It is blurred on one side, but that's because of a little crack. So on with the job. Well, I was going to say this is sort of a secondary job. It's not really, it's still a part of the job, but I'm only going up to so-called rockery. So I've got to take some of this crane fill out and everything. And you know me, folks, can't go to waste, so that's got to go somewhere. Just can't throw plants out, healthy, lovely plants like that. So I'm going to clear that to these rocks here. And then we're going to fill in that, but we're going to be digging a little hole over there for the stream, but it'll all come apparent in a bit. Just digging a little foot in here to, well, you'll see. I'm digging a little foot anyway. Just digging a little foot in here to, well, you'll see. I'm digging a little foot anyway. Time now to dig out the little stream, so we'll have that marked and then dug. So membrane's going down now. This is all levelled. We took the soil out of where the little stream's going. So that's dug out. That's about it really. Membrane going down now. Okay. So it's just done a quick mix of concrete, and we're going to put a little footing in here for the artificial grass. So I'll do that now, and that should go off tomorrow. Even if I don't use it tomorrow, at least it'll be going off tomorrow. Just cutting the membrane to put the posts in, and then we've got the grips to get them out. So we're just ready to concrete these posts in now. They're not straight, obviously, they're not concreted in yet, and I am just using a mix of sandstone and cement because I use fence, the fastcrete for posts when we're doing fencing, because that's the wind catches the posts and all sorts and they're much bigger. But for something like this, I don't need it to go off any quicker than what it will. So I've just done a semi-dry mix, just a slight bit of water, put it in, and then I'll just add a little bit of water to it, and it can go off in its own time. There's no rush. So yeah, save a bit of money doing it that way. But doing a fence, I recommend the postcrete. But doing something like this, just sandstone and cement, it's just as good and it's cheap. So I'll get on with that. So that's all the posts in, they're all secured, straightened, concreted, and now I'm just going to put the first couple of plants in. Just going to start with the first one over here. Can we see it? Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to put that in. You'll notice as well I haven't been wearing gloves. I really tend not to wear gloves, but you should wear gloves, and I have got gloves with me, so I will be putting them on now. But yeah, I should wear them really. Just doing a little trick here for the pond. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little mirror in, so it's going to look like the water, well hopefully it's going to look like the water is going under there. I'm just salvaging some of this crane's billboarded geranium. I'm going to put it here, and this is going to be the stream, and I'm just going to get it so it'll sort of grow. I wasn't going to use it, I was going to actually throw it out, but I can't throw plants out. I've got a stack over there that I'm just going to keep, and I'll just break some of these up and put them in. I put them on both sides of the stream, so when they do grow it will look, you know, more like a stream and a bit more countrified. So yeah, utilising them, that's going to be thinned out. But that's like a secondary job, that's not this job, but I can't leave it like that. So that's where sometimes I say watch what you're doing with pricing, because I haven't priced to do that, but I've got to do it because I can't leave it. So I've got to sort of do something with it, but never mind. It's all in a day's work. So yeah, these are ones I was going to keep. Just can't throw anything away. I think it's going to look fab. I love these little water features, but the thing is, they look tacky when they're just left on their own with no plants. So it needs planting up. And to be honest, we could do with getting some. I'm not going to say that. I'll do that on my next tip. Right, that's going to be my next tip. Okay, what I'm going to do now is, in fact, this is another tip as well, but I'll throw this in now. There you go, folks, you're getting a free tip. I'm just planting some bamboo on the other side of this, and I think bamboo is great. I don't know the name of this bamboo. There's so many different names because it's already here. But some don't grow tall, and some obviously take over like knotweed. But if you plant them and keep them in a plant pot, it eventually will probably burst out the plant pot, but it takes years, and also it'll be keeping it slow growing. So if it is a slow growing one, doesn't matter anyway. And if it's a one that grows like wildfire, then it'll slow it down and keep it in a pot. But what we want is to disguise this. We don't want to hide it, but we just want to disguise it. So I'm going to put that in now. As you can see, I've now donned my gloves. Fine. And that's done. So you've got a little bit of bamboo, a little bit of pieris here, and I will get something else around the back. It is going to grow. That's great. As I say, we don't want it hidden. We want it just disguised. Just getting the stones in, it's coming together now. I'm going to concentrate on the other side there. That turf, there is turf growing there, you know, artificial grass. It's not going to be that big, but I haven't got any Stanley knife blades. I usually carry a little spare pack, plastic pack, easy access ones. You just slide the blades out, and I've got that on me. And when I took it out, it was empty. So it's going to go smaller than that, but it's going there anyway. And then I'm just going to get some stones here, and I'm going to set the bridge in place there. So that's what I'll do next. So just preparing this little bit here now for the bridge. There's another little tip as well. Always stand the rake up that way, because loads of times just because you're busy, you just put it down like that, and then you'll stand on it and you'll soon know about it. That looks okay. I want to rock some plants around it, so I'll get some more stone in. Okay, I want to get some slate in now, so I'll get that in. I think that's coming on great. I'll just take it over. Get it off this. So again, I wanted it to look like it's coming under the bridge, and I'm going to put a little mirror in there. I'll show you when it's done. And obviously the grass on there to separate things. And then yeah, it comes out from underneath. Obviously it goes up to this water feature here, which I didn't know where to end it. So I'm going to plant this, as I said before earlier. And then that should look like it's going through. So what I'll do is I'll get more stones on, more of this small gravel. Okay, so it's coming together now, and I'm sorry what I told you about the rake before, because about 5 times since then I've been putting it down with the head down, and I probably will. So those eagle-eyed viewers will see me putting it down after me said don't. And that's why I say these tips, because we all do it and we shouldn't. So sometimes it might just resonate in your head that you think, oh, Soft Lad was saying don't put this that way, and it might just stick in your head. But you know, old habits die hard. Anyway, this is looking great. Now I'm going to spread these out and just get it more down so there's a bank and it looks more like a stream. Nearly did it again. Here's the customer.
Might be great, German troubled waters.
You like it?
It's good, isn't it?
Just say that a bit louder so you're on YouTube. You like it?
I don't like those turquoise pots. They've got to go over there. Don't like
You
them.
don't want them on there?
No.
Well, if anyone heard that, you asked me to put them there, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
See?
I did. What we need is one big statement plan for the.
I'm getting a tree.
Eh?
I'm getting a tree.
A tree. What sort of a tree?
Cherry tree. It won't grow big.
Not an acer.
No, I'm getting an acer as well.
Oh,
but
right.
I'm just going to get a little tree for there.
Yeah. No, they don't go with it, do they?
Well, I don't think they did, no. But
No, that
you
pot,
want-
that pot's lovely, and I like me little pot with me jug in, but these don't go with it.
I'll, you know, I'll have a look when it's done and see what goes with what. It's
Yeah.
all after it's
What
done.
happened to me golf course?
What?
Me golf course.
I haven't got a Stanley blade.
All right. I like this colour of pea, whatever it's called.
It'll look better when it's had a good couple of downpours of rain, because
Yeah.
it's still got
Yeah.
dust and things from the building sites on it.
Exactly. Where did you get all this from?
Can't tell you.
Have you been for it, or did it?
Delivered
Oh, did they? When did that come?
today.
All right. Yeah, I like that. It looks twice as big.
It's massive, isn't it?
Oh, be careful. Looking very good though, Lee. Very
Thank
pleased.
you.
Is this babby can go somewhere? This matches this brown one.
Yeah.
That matches.
Well, I want to take that plant out and put an acer in there, maybe,
Oh right, okay.
because that's a proper little acer pot.
Is it? Right, okay. That's fine. No, shove those three over there somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't like them in there. Don't match.
Just adding a few pebbles just to make it look like a little stream. I was going to say seabed, you know, little stream. So just been adding these little pebbles, scattering these round, and it does need a few plants. I'm going tomorrow to get some plants, so I'm going to get a little tree for there, a little cherry tree. I think I'll get a couple of aces. So yeah, these little gaps need plants, but you don't put too many plants in. And I don't know if you picked it up on the video before, she wasn't happy with the 3 pots. She did ask me to put them there, but we're not sure if they're staying yet, so I can easily move them. So yeah, I'm finishing for today now, and it's tomorrow. I'll go for the plants in the morning and then we'll get them in. Okay, so we've got here today with the plants. I knew the little essentials that I needed. So let's see what we've got. Got a nice cherry tree. It won't grow too big. And then we've got a little selection here. We've not too many, but we've got enough. And I've also got the little piece of mirror I was talking about, and the Stanley blades that I needed. And then also, oh, what's that? Oh my. So this should make a massive impact now. We're going to put the cherry tree in this sort of semicircle. So I'll move the stones out the way and get that in. I'm very tempted to just leave it in the pot because, as you can see, it's huge. But obviously I'm not going to, so I'll get on with digging that out. Another little tip is here, is when you've dug a hole, instead of trying to put the plant in all the time when you think it's deep enough, just try the pot in it. Now that's quite deep, that hole, but when I put the pot in it, that ain't nowhere near deep enough. Okay. Oh, now that's where you need 2 men, even just to get that in. It's so heavy, it really was heavy. It's in now. Feel better. I'm going to have a cup of coffee. I'll just backfill it first. Well, I've just fitted the mirror. I was going to video it, but I forgot all about it. I was just in a hurry to do it. So I'll just go over and get the rock sorted round it. But yeah, all I've done is glued it in place anyway. Right, I'm almost finished. I'm just going to take the hose over it now, because all these stones have got like cement dust on them, stuff that just comes with the stones, and it takes a couple of weeks, or you know, of downpours to clean them up again. They've got a great little colour on them when they're when all the dust's off. So I'll just throw the hose over them now. Job completed. Let's just have a little walk through and see what it's like. And I must admit, this is one of the jobs that I've really enjoyed doing. I do enjoy most jobs, nearly all jobs, but this one has been absolutely a pleasure to do. So we've took the grass up, and we've put the pebbles down, and just various plants, some little wooden stakes for monoliths, and then we've done an artificial stream using slate. We put a bridge in. I think you'll see it looks completely different, and this is artificial grass just to separate this border. And then there's the bridge, and then we've put a little mirror there, which I do think I still need to tweak that. It's supposed to make it look like the slate is going underneath, which it does here in real life, but I don't think it picking it up. I don't think it's picking it up, but nevertheless, that's what it is. That's what it's for anyway. So I'm gonna take you back through this now on a low level.